What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Guys, today I'm going to be giving you my tips and tricks on bearded dragon diet. How much it costs us roughly every 2 weeks to feed our bearded dragons and what we do feed them. So first off, we like to feed red lettuce, 99 cents a head. I usually get 2 to 4. This will last us, along with everything else right here, this will last us about 2 weeks. I get cilantro. The bearded dragons love their greens topped with cilantro. I'll get a big organic fresh herb mix. This has all the good stuff in it. It has more red lettuce in it. That's what it looks like. I think I roughly pay $8 for this whole container. Stays good. This will help us last 2 weeks. Carrots. So I give carrots to the bearded dragons, but that's not necessarily why I have it up here. I don't give a lot to them, but this is for the feeders. So I give these to the dubia and the worms that we feed off to our bearded dragons. They all eat carrots. This bag cost me like $5. Way better than potatoes. I don't like that. What saves us the most money on insects is the grub pie or the beardy buffet. You get an insect gelatin like this. You can put it on top of the greens, or you can feed it off just to your bearded dragon if you get them really used to it and they like it. Some of them will just hit it as soon as I throw it in there. Some I gotta put it on the greens. I gotta sneak it in. Works great. Helps save insects, so I don't have to feed off all my dubia. Definitely a great buy. This is like $18, I think. So we'll start off with this. The grub pie. The carrots, I think those are $5. Smart and Final bulk. The red lettuce. That was $2. And the cilantro. That was $2. The big herb mix. $8. Also the broccoli slaw. This is also what I give our hissing roaches, our dubia, our worms. It is just broccoli, carrots, and what is the other one? Red cabbage. But they tear this stuff up. They love it. These bags, $2.50 a piece. And the reason I put that up there because what the bearded dragons are eating eats that. So I put that into the cost because I gotta feed the feeders. Also, the bugs cost money. Buying them, I'll put that in at the end after we do all the greens. So I got the grub pie, all that. Also, I buy this amount because I'm feeding 16 adult bearded dragons. I got babies and a few juveniles. We feed blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, sometimes blueberries. They didn't have blueberries today. All these berries together cost me about $10. So we got 23, 25, 27, 35, 40, 50 bucks. So that's 50 bucks roughly every 2 weeks on berries and greens that I'm feeding the dragons, plus the grub pie, which is saving me money on insects. But with the babies, they don't really eat the grub pie, so I'm still feeding off roughly 1,500 to 2,000 baby dubia and worms, which I looked up before the video. The best I could find wholesale was like $75, 80 bucks for everything. So roughly you're paying for bugs, $80, and for greens, so 130 bucks roughly every 2 weeks that I have to spend on bearded dragons. So that's one dragon every 2 weeks to a month that we have to sell to put back into the hobby and breeding, keeping everyone else fed. So when you think about either getting into breeding or just keeping a bearded dragon, remember, it's definitely not going to cost you $130 to keep one bearded dragon. But if you're getting into breeding them specifically, it is expensive. So make sure that your projects are something that people are interested in. Don't just start breeding normal bearded dragons and think you're going to go to your pet store, your local pet store, and sell them all off. Honestly, they'll probably give you like 15, 20 bucks wholesale. And if you're producing 20, 30 of them, it's only 600 bucks, and that female's only going to produce maybe twice a year, 1,200 bucks a year. If you got a lot of bearded dragons, you're not really making a lot of money. So I know it's not necessarily a money thing that people get into it, but you gotta think electricity. I'm not even throwing that in here. My electricity probably goes up $200 a month, but I have a lot of other reptiles, so I don't really want to add that in. Just the bearded dragons would probably be like 75 to 100 bucks. So that's something else you got to account for, is electricity, time, care, their diet. When you're just keeping one, it's probably a lot easier, with the cage and everything. You can really do a lot with the cage, make it cool, give them a lot of enrichment. If you're a breeder, you really want to keep it more simple so you can clean it quickly unless you have a big crew. I unfortunately do not. It's me, my kids, or my wife that help out. So most of the time I'm cleaning by myself. I need it to be quick, so I can get to everybody and make sure everybody's clean every day, so no one's getting sick, no one's in a dirty cage. If I had a bunch of, if I had 16 cages that were all done up really cool, it'd be really hard for me to get that done on top of working a regular job. So I keep it as simple as possible while bringing them out and giving them enrichment on the weekends. During the weeks, my kids play with them. So that type of enrichment works fine. But they are definitely expensive if you're trying to breed them. So take that into account. Also, when you take on other projects, like with bearded dragons, I'm going to drop another video this weekend about genetics that'll teach you everything you need to know going into breeding on what genetics to get, dominant, co-dominant traits, stuff like that. What dragons, what you will get out of a clutch if you breed two dragons together, genes, everything. I'm going to go over all of that. So this video is just about the diet, how we feed, how much it costs us. So it's about, and this is probably realistically every 2 weeks. So if it was like monthly, we're looking at, 260, 300 bucks, and then you add in electricity, all that type of stuff, we're looking at maybe 500 bucks a month just to keep the dragons healthy, happy, and breeding. So if you want to do this, remember that it's expensive and you don't get your money back right away overnight.